A little motivation for you. A little motivation for you. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Tiffany, and we are back with Tips Tuesdays live rehashed. And we have special guest, John Ross. We're gonna bring him on into the screen. How
Hey,
you doing? How you doing?
doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't know if they would want to know if you was my uncle or not. So I was like, oh, should I say my uncle?
No,
Um,
that's perfectly fine.
yes, Mr. Bishop on the beats. Y'all, we are going to have a good show tonight. I feel like this is like lagging, but we're gonna see when I record it. Uh, good thing about this show is it's just raw and authentic and everything like that. But thank you to everybody that is tuning in or about to tune in to the show. This is a podcast that I have turned into a live show, Tips Tuesdays, where I rehash my topics from the podcast on here with special guests. So, like I said, tonight we have John Ross, Bishop on the Beats, and we are going to get into things. And y'all know how we do every week. I get my announcements out the way. It's just like church. You got to have them announcements, get them on out the way, get that off your mind, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So, first of all, my first announcement is that if you haven't tuned in to the podcast, tune in. Every Tuesday, there's an episode that releases. Get your inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. The QR code is right there on the screen. So if you get the opportunity after the show, hit that QR code, go and follow. And if you need to catch up, go ahead and catch up. That's cool too. It's like 70 episodes on there. So go and get your inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. And then one more thing, if you like inspirational music, I have an inspirational project out called Inspiration Loading. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
be
like
into that
that.
every time. I know, right? Look,
I like
that's
that.
my strong women on the project. So yeah, if y'all haven't gone and listened to it yet, go and listen to Inspiration Loading by myself. Tiffany, you see the name down there on the screen if you need to know how to spell it and all that good stuff. So we are going to get into things by starting off with our topic, our quote for tonight, which is I ain't put it in here. Good job, Allison. All right. Let me just scroll over here. You be prepared and still not prepared all at the same time. Okay, so topic for the quote for tonight is make excuses or make changes. The choice is yours. Make excuses or make changes. The choice is yours. And I figured that this was a quote that resonates with a lot of people, resonates just in everyday life. We say that we want to do things in life, we say all the things that we want to be, but you can only do or be those things if you do something about it. Just plain and simple.
Very
You
true.
you agree with me? Yes. So I figured that was a good quote for tonight to start off the show. And we ain't making no excuses with this episode at all tonight. Uh, we are not. So we are going to start with our only topic that we have in the jar, y'all, now. In the small jar. So it can only be so many things.
Buddy, let's see what it is.
Yes, we're gonna see what it is. Let me get my screen back up over here. All right. Okay. Yes. Take some time. Take some time.
That's an interesting topic.
Right, right. So, if anybody listened to the episode, this was yeah, last week's episode, which was a just freestyle episode. It was the 4th of July, but I still wanted to put something out there to the world to encourage other people to take some time and spend with your family. Take some time to yourself, whatever the case may be. But remember to stop sometimes and take some time for yourself. Take some time and spend time with your family. We get caught up in everyday life, everyday work life, just moving around, and we forget to take some time out with the people that we love, that love us. Just take out some time. That's what I talked about on that episode. So what do you get from take some time? Tag you it.
I'm sorry, Allison. I didn't even hear you. What?
I said,
I'm so
I
sorry.
said,
I'm so sorry.
y'all, this is about to be a funny episode. We just
I'm
gonna put it
sorry.
out there.
I am so sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. Okay, so what do you got from take some time? Did you hear any of what I said?
No, I did. I heard that part. I didn't know that you
Okay.
asked me a question though.
Yeah,
But
I'm
no,
saying, yeah, it's your turn now. That's what
I
I'm
was
saying.
I was so busy thinking the wheels were already turning when you were thinking take some time.
Okay.
Um, Actually, that's probably, man. That's there's so much in that because nowadays, if there ever was a time, with everything that's going on in our culture and in the world, you know what I'm saying, that people are forgetting to take time for themselves, and some people, you know what I'm saying, are overlooking one of the most important things is that, hey, you know what, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't be good to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that it's highly important to remember to take time for ourselves, um, and not only to take time for ourselves. If I may go in this direction, to remember to take time to spend some time with God. That's a really important thing. We got to
Mhm.
make time for that, and it'll set the tone for all the rest of the time that we spend throughout our day.
Definitely. This is a platform where it's an open platform. So yes. Um, and that is so true. We gotta take time with God. I'm dealing with that personally, just to do it, you know.
Oh,
Um,
of course, and
right.
it can be tough to balance. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. So definitely do that. You know, keep God first and everything.
For sure.
So
And then there's no harm in taking some time for ourselves. I think I don't know. I guess I can speak for myself. There are times where I spend so much time trying to do for others or trying to think about what I need to do to serve other people that it's just like you forget or you can overlook that. Hey, you know what? I need to do something for myself.
that's true. That is true. Like you like do so much for others that when it comes to yourself, you kind of downplay yourself. And it's like if you
Yeah,
can put that much energy into somebody else, you can put that much energy into yourself. Because I say
yeah.
all the time, if there's no you, then if you don't make time for you, then you ain't gonna be around for nobody else. So you gotta make time for yourself.
Very
So
true.
yeah, that is so true. So we just made it through the first topic. We
Pretty
ain't in
painless.
there. Yeah, yeah. So let's see what these big jar topics about to be like, cause you gonna take it and run with it, and we gonna go from there. That's how they
Okay.
go.
Let's see how this goes.
All right. Now y'all remember the big jar is the topics that have already been talked about from other special guests that have been on the show, and we get different perspective from Bishop on the Beach tonight. All right, so I like this topic right here. Fresh wind. Fresh wind.
Mm. And I got to
Mm-hmm.
take this one first. Okay. On the spot, fresh in. Um, I think actually this kind of goes in with what we the first topic. Really, go ahead
Come
and
back in. I can't hear you.
can you hear me?
There we go.
I was just saying I think that this kind of segues decently from the first topic. Because if you're taking time, then you can get a fresh win. I guess if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To uh, literally, physically take a breather is something that we can do for ourselves. You know, take a minute to take a breath, get a fresh wind. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes it can allow you that moment to take it a beat to think about something just a little bit longer can give you a fresh perspective, a new viewpoint, something that you can see that you couldn't see while you were in the midst of doing all the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for yeah, as far as self goes, that fresh wind can be just a moment you take for yourself, and then of course as a segue with the last topic was taking time. Um, we know, and I believe that spiritually, that fresh wind comes from God. There ain't no way you can get and receive that fresh wind from the Holy Spirit if you don't take time to be with Him. So I think this kind of perfectly fits with the first topic. That's where I would go first with this. If I got to take it and run with it first, I'm gonna run in that direction.
Yeah. Um. It's a crazy thing because all of the maybe because it's an inspirational podcast, but all of our topics always it don't matter what guest I have, they always link the topics together somehow, some way throughout the show. So definitely. um, but yeah, we all need a fresh wind every now and then. Every now and then, we go, and sometimes you need a different perspective on things. A lot of times we get to a I guess you would say like a rut in life, and you just need some different perspective and a fresh wind, you know. So yeah, that fresh wind. You got anything else on that one? Did I lose you? Yeah, you got real, real low though. You still low. Y'all let
Can
us
you?
get it together. There we go. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
There we go. You in there now.
So, no, I was just saying that continuing with the fresh wind. Uh, I know that there are times that just from the usual everyday wear and tear of life and work and family and all that kind of stuff, I literally have to stop and take time and literally and intentionally ask God to breathe on me. I need a fresh wind. You know what I'm saying? That fresh wind can really rejuvenate you. You know what I'm saying? When you're down to that last little bit, I think
Right.
it's necessary. It's so necessary.
Definitely. Definitely. That yeah, that's definitely a different perspective, asking God to breathe that fresh wind on you.
That's
Definitely.
right. We
Yes.
need it. We gotta have it. It's
Hmm.
necessary.
Right.
If we're going to continue, and if we just be real and just look at all the things going on in this world, man, we are literally, and I know old folks have been saying this since I was a kid, but it
Forever.
don't make it any less relevant. We are living in
Hmm.
perilous times. we
Yeah.
we truly are. Every time
Yeah.
every time I pick up my phone, every time I see something on the news, a mass shooting or something crazy going on, and I'm not saying the world is getting worse, because it's not. It's just being the world. But at this, we do need constantly need a fresh wind, consistently need a
Yeah.
fresh wind. I mean, so many
Definitely.
people are um, displaying signs of mental distress and mental illness and things like that, strictly because of the stresses and things that they're going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
People that were quote unquote healthy up until COVID and things like that, man, people are burning out.
Hmm.
So, this I think this show couldn't have been more timely, because something, if anything people need to know right now, we do need to take time for ourselves. We do need to take time with God. And because
Hmm.
we need a fresh wind. We need a breath, we need a breather. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like we can't
Yeah.
we can't we can't win for losing. It's like if the COVID kindly is kind of tapering down, but then we got to deal with
Hmm.
inflation. I mean, food and everything is costing ridiculously. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we've got to be aware. We got to be conscious, and don't be afraid to take that time. Don't allow the grind of life to hustle you so hard that you can't take a time to get that fresh wind.
You gotta make time. Make time.
Yes, make the time.
Hmm. Yep. I always say you need to recharge, not
Hmm.
charge. I always use this analogy. We have our cell phones, and we constantly put them cell phones on the charger. And I've heard, I don't know if it's necessarily true. I believe it's true that if you power off your phone, you get a better charge, right?
Charges
And
faster.
that's
Yeah.
what right. And it charges properly. You allow the things on your phone to shut down and everything like that and get a full recharge versus
Hmm.
you just going and putting the charger in and just going. You ain't closing it out none of them amps, you just going. Whereas we, as the people that if we recharge, then okay, I'm not thinking about this at this moment. I'm not thinking about this person at this moment. I'm a mama, but I'm getting some time to myself. I'm a daughter, but I'm getting some time to myself. You got to recharge so that you can fully be the person that you need to be for others. So I always use that as an example with these phones.
Very true.
Yeah, yeah. So, fresh win, y'all. I hope that y'all are getting something out of this. Y'all remember to be in the comments, be active in the comments. Let us know what you think about what we're talking about tonight. Okay. All right. So let's see what that next topic is gonna be. You see my phone over here trying to listen to me.
Hmm.
I hate it when it be doing that. Don't be trying to get in our conversation unless you're trying to give some inspiration.
Right.
Okay. All right. So keep holding on. Keep holding on is your next topic.
Keep holding on. And now I have to go with this one too.
Hmm.
Okay. I think that one kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, it really does.
Keep holding on. Again, very, very timely. All jokes aside, we literally have people uh, who are at the end of their rope, who are at their wits' end, and it's like you see it every day. Um, you see people giving up. You know what I'm saying? We look at the numbers of suicides. People snapping. I mean, you just name it. But if I could say anything on the subject of keep holding on, I should say, um, it's something that we have to do. You know, hold on, have faith, and I think if we are to keep holding on, we have to have faith. That is
Mhm.
the key element that keeps us holding on because we're
Mhm.
believing um, against all the other odds that may be going on, and true indeed, things may truly, literally be that bad. But we have to have faith and believe that if we just hold on one more day, that God has the ability to turn everything around. That just as bad as it is today, it can be just as equally or even greater good the next day if we just hold on. But the key is holding on. And I get it. It sounds cliche, it sounds corny or whatever else,
Mhm.
but I know personally me, and I think everybody could put themselves in this blank. I know I'm a living witness that I've had to hold on through some things that were hurtful, through some things that were painful, or even at the time in my life I was going through it. I thought it might have been the end of me. But as you can see, I'm alive and I'm well. I'm here on your show, you know what I'm saying, talking on your podcast. So obviously God has been faithful. So if anything else, I'd like to encourage somebody else to know that, hey, keep holding on. It's going to work out. God's going to work it out because he's able, just like his word says, to do exceeding abundantly above all that we could ask or think. Whatever we even thinking for or asking for, God is not only able to do it, but he's wanting to do that for us right now. And whatever you're going through, just keep holding on. That's the best I can say on that topic.
It's funny you said that scripture because that is that's what Dad preached on today.
Imagine that.
Hmm.
The
He
bishop.
said it's not in exceedingly. He said exceeding abundantly.
That's
Because a
right.
lot of people they mess them words up right in there.
And they
You
mean
know,
something.
it does. It does.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
So right on time, right on time. Y'all keep
Amen.
holding on no matter what's going on in life. I always say, I mean, you can be going through the toughest of times, but keep holding on. Right when you feel like giving up, you might be at the break of your breakthrough. Keep holding on.
That's real. For real, for
Yes.
real.
And know
Living
that within that process, somebody's watching how you're holding on.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people even will count you out, and you even count yourself out. 'Cause I know there's times in my life I counted myself out because I thought, oh, surely this is how this is going to be the end of it. And
Mm-hmm.
even then, you still have to be able to. That's where they're taking the time, and that's where that fresh wind come from. That's when
Right.
you need. That's that moment when you need a fresh wind. And
Mm-hmm.
if you keep holding on, you'll get it. And I believe that.
Yeah.
And not because somebody else said it, not just because the Bible said it. And I do believe the Bible. Now, don't get me wrong, but because
Mm-hmm.
I've had to go through it. I've had to experience it. And I believe that somebody else probably who's going to listen to this is
Hmm.
there or has been there. So just be encouraged. Keep holding on and watch and see what God is going to do.
Definitely, definitely, and yeah, keep holding on. See, it's getting easy, ain't it?
Yeah, that's pretty
All right,
painless.
right. So we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more, and then we'll do the other subject. All right, which has been the interesting stuff that I've been liking. All right, so this one is okay. I want to see what you got on this one. Strong women.
Oh boy, strong women.
However you want to go with that.
Okay, well, this one honestly is timely. I know for a fact, uh, from my mother to several other women, I should say, that have played roles in my life. If I be honest with you, the women that have had the greatest impact in my life have been strong women. So I thank God for strong women, whether it be from women of God in the ministry who have been strong women, or just women
Hmm.
along the way who have been great mentors and who have given me great encouragement throughout my life.
Hmm.
Um, very important, much needed, much loved, and I thank God for each and every strong woman that is out there because I know we men like to speak of our strength and how we hold things down, but we have to really realize that, yeah, bruh, there's still women that hold us down.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And last time I checked, all of us come from a woman, and without them, we can't be here. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I still can't birth a baby, so yeah, I think women are incredibly strong, infinitely strong, and much needed and much appreciated. I think of women like Deborah in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Who was a judge of Israel and was the strength and the leadership of that nation, and they prospered during that time that she was a judge. So I mean, it's like there's so many cases of it, and it's actually sad to see that um, women have to go through some of the struggles that they deal with because of the ignorance of men in some situations. And you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, it's unnecessary. At this point in time, you know, you think we've come so much further as far as equal treatment of women, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for the women who have endured, even though the playing field hasn't been necessarily equal. Those strong women and those strong women that have
Hmm.
encouraged me and made me the man that I am today.
Hmm. There you go. There you go. Strong women. And like
Strong women.
yeah, like I said in my when my song was playing, Strong Women, that's the song that was playing during the
Okay.
commercial. You know, I talk about the strong women within my life, you know. My mom, my grandma, my grandma, uh and so many of them, my
Right.
godmom, and just like now in life, you know, my mom is no longer with me anymore, but I have strong women around me
Hmm.
that kind of will not take her place, but you know, they kind of feel that void of a strong woman and a mother figure. So you know, I have like a circle of like 4 or 5 women that I can just call on at any time. And I know that they're going to give me the advice that I need, not the advice that I want to hear, the advice that
Right.
I need. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they want to give you what you think I want to hear. And it's like, no,
Right.
I need to hear what I need to do, even if it's tough, you know.
Right.
Then we can giggle, we can laugh afterwards, but this is what needs to be said. I don't think you're going in the right direction. Um, this is this. Just let it be. Be neutral about the situation, and you know. So I thank God for the strong women that are still in my life, So definitely on that. All right. So we have made it. We are almost done with the show. But we're going to get into the juicy, juicy topic. I think it's juicy. It might not be that juicy. Oh, what was the last week's topic? We talked about what did we talk about? We talked about fathers last week.
Mm,
Basically how we should normalize fathers having their kids. As a mother, you think that it's people think that if you're a mother and you let your kids go with the father, say you're not together or whatever, that you're less of a mother. Or you have the mothers that won't allow the father to have the kids for whatever reasons they have. So we kind of like briefly just kind of touched on that last week. I like this portion of the show because it's other topics from other people that really get a good conversation going on other than my topics.
got you.
So, all right. Oh, that's what it was. It was normalizing kids living with active and willing fathers without having to fight about it. That's what it was. So this week's topic is the love of power versus the power of love.
Mm,
And you take that.
the love of power versus the power of love. Ooh, we. So much
Right?
can be. Yeah, that's an easy and a hard one,
All right? That's
all
what
in
I
one.
said. Yeah.
Um, well, I guess just simply put, just to get right to it, um, the love of power is pretty much as old as mankind. Goes way back. Um, it's something that's detrimental. It's something that is right now currently causing problems in the world that we live in, um, because people are in love with power. It's something that is definitely detrimental. It is sinful. It's evil, and it causes us to commit some of the worst crimes against humanity because of that love of unhealthy love of power. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I guess that's the simplest way to say that, as far as the love of power and how wrong it is. But just
Mm-hmm.
as deeply wrong and misplaced that love of power is, um, the power of love is just even more stronger,
Mm-hmm.
because after all, the scripture teaches us that God is love. And last time I checked, there's nothing greater than God. So that lets me
Mm-hmm.
know that there's nothing greater than love. It after all was the greatest act of love that sent Christ to the cross to
Yeah.
die for the sins of this world. So love is a extremely powerful thing. That act was
Mm-hmm.
motivated by love, and just as much as people can focus in, and it's easy to see now. I'm not saying it's not legitimate. How people will talk about and focus on, how there are so many super rich people that love power, and
Mm-hmm.
politicians that love power, and et cetera. We can go down the list. They'll tell you. I mean, people have their long list of sometimes valid gripes. But I think if we, as a people, as human beings, took more time to focus on the power of love instead of those who love power, I think we would really see a tangible, measurable change in our societies around the world, for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I know that sounds kind of, you know, uh, hunky dory, happy go lucky, but for real, love changes things. Love is power. God is love. So I mean, I don't
Yes.
know anything greater than that. I don't know anything more transformative than that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we took more time to first love ourselves, then it would be a lot easier for us to love other people. Because I mean, you can't. How can somebody that hates themselves be expected to love anybody else? They don't see
Hmm.
any good in themselves.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the more time that we take to love ourselves, and first of all, before we can get to that part, forgive ourselves. You know what I'm saying? People will sometimes find it easier to forgive other people before they can forgive
Hmm.
themselves, just like they find it easy to love somebody else or attempt to love somebody before they can love
Yeah.
themselves. So to conquer the evil of those that love power, we got to love each other.
Hmm. Definitely. Definitely. As
That's
you were speaking, I was thinking about, it said the love of power versus the power of love. A lot of people are in positions and they figure because they're in that position that they can just do anything that they want
just
to other
abuse it.
people. But then you can, as the person that's under them, fight them with that love. Now I'm speaking to myself on this because I'm answering questions in my head about things going on personally for me. Kill them with
Hmm.
love. Kill them with kindness. Don't stoop on their level. Yeah, they might have the power and the authority. They use their power and authority and throw it around and mess with you. But
Hmm.
you have to remember, you know what? It's not me that you're trying to mess with.
That's
It's
right.
something that you see. It's the God in me, number one, that you fighting against at the end of the day. But kill them with love, kill them with kindness. They're gonna be like, oh well, you know, I was trying to do this, but she reacted a whole different way. She didn't act or respond. She didn't respond the way I thought she was gonna act. She didn't respond the way I thought she was gonna
Right.
respond. She responded and didn't react. I always say that: are you reacting or are you responding?
Right.
There's a difference.
Yep.
Reacting, you just hot headed, you just doing stuff, but you respond, okay, all right, let me think on this before I just do something that I might regret later on. And so the love of power, eventually they're gonna have to come down to that power of love. They're gonna have to
Yep.
bow down to that power of love. And like you said, God is love. Before anything, I got a song that I'm working on a gospel project, y'all. So I got a song that's titled uh, "Love Wins," and so in the lyrics it's saying, love wins. At the end of the day, God is love. God wins. Then it reverses itself. God wins. God wins. At the end of the day, love is God. So either way, at the end of the day, God is love. Love is God. Love wins.
That's
No
right.
matter how you try to push against it, love wins. God wins. In the end, we win. You know what I mean? So um that is a good topic right there. The love of power versus the power of love.
Never forget that God so loved the world that
Hmm.
he gave his only begotten son.
Yes.
That's a great
Yes.
love.
That is great love because I don't know. I mean, I done pushed out my child and I don't think that I'm giving him up for nobody.
Right,
You know
right.
what I
That's
mean?
yeah, yep. That's love. That's some serious love.
That's some serious love. You
And
know what I
and
mean?
and then Christ went to the cross, knowing full well what the extent of it would be. Now that's love. And he could have got down easily.
Yep.
Just
Mm-hmm.
said, hey, you know what? I think I've felt enough of this. Let me down. I'm out. I'm out.
Right. You got me dying
No,
for these people for what?
but he endured it. And
We
let's go. I'm
endured
a
it.
I'm gonna go ahead because I'm not scared to talk about me. He endured it for a wretch like me. Now that's love.
Right.
That's
Right.
got to be
Knowing that we're
love.
gonna do the things that we do. Knowing that
There we
we're not
go.
gonna have it all together. You know what I mean?
Right. Let's be real about it.
Because I know Jesus was probably like, really, like I'm doing this. They already know what the future holds. They probably he was probably like, you got me down for these folks.
And he would look, and he was going to the cross fresh off of Peter's rejection.
See,
Is one of
and
his
I'm
closest
and
disciples.
I'm down for him too.
Right. See,
I'm dying for him too. These people you got me down here dying for, and
that's
I got to go
love.
through with this. So, and then there's
That is
another
love.
example in the Bible of Abraham and
Hmm.
his
And
son.
Isaac.
Yes, I was watching something. It was on TikTok. It was kind of like a reenactment of him and Isaac going to be, him taking Isaac to be sacrificed.
That's
And
right.
it's like in the reenactment, it's like after the fact, it was like, so you was about to sacrifice me, you
Right.
about to kill me, like I'm supposed to be your son.
Yeah. And seeing
But
a
he
lot.
loved God more. You know what I
And
mean?
and he trusted God. He trusted that even if he
And he
went up there to kill
trusted
him, God
God.
could raise him up.
Mm-hmm.
And but people
Mm-hmm.
overlook the fact, if you really study that, uh, Isaac was not no little kid.
Right.
He was not a little
Right.
kid when this was going on. He was big enough to have been like, hey, if he didn't want to go, he could have just been like, I ain't going. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So he
Physically,
had
he could have
some
been
kind of
like,
faith.
no.
Yeah. And he had some kind of faith within his father to
There
know,
you
well,
go.
I mean, it's my father. Whatever we about to go do, that's what we about to go do.
He
I,
he
I
he.
don't think kids would be like that these days.
I was about to say he was trusting his father with his life, literally, and it's interesting, as he was trusting his earthly father. His father was trusting the Father, the
Exactly.
Creator, and
Yeah.
that's boy, that's the kind of faith we got to have. Imagine that.
Yeah. Because
Now
I'm telling you,
I don't know if I'm willing to put Jeremiah on the blocks.
right, right. Stephen to be
That's a
asking,
whole lot.
Mama, what we going to do? We're asking a whole bunch of
Right.
questions on the way. Now you said we was going this way. Why we going this way? Why we going up this hill over here? You only
Right.
go up there to do sacrifices. What we going up there for?
And where is the sacrifice?
Right, right. Where is the sacrifice? You said we're going to do a sacrifice on where they at? Where they at though? But yes, yes. So the love of power versus the power of love. That is an awesome topic. Shout out to the special guests that are making the addition to this podcast. I love it. So you're gonna be coming up with a topic or a question for the next guest. So I do not want to forget. We want to talk about Bishop on the Beats. Bishop on the
Oh
Beats.
yeah, the music.
Yes. What you got going with that?
Uh, just the usual, I've been just constantly cooking up some different stuff, always
Uh
working
huh.
and practicing because I've only been at this professionally for about
Uh
2 years, so I feel like I'm still learning. But at the
huh.
same time, I think I got a little something.
You got a little something, something. I'm still waiting on my beat.
Uh, your uncle is.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just
I
saying.
get stage fright with arrangements,
Well, we're gonna have to work on that.
so I owe you an arrangement.
Cause
That's
look, I'm gonna make it do what it do with whatever arrangement you come up with.
I got it. I got it. I just want it to be right though. I don't want to send it to you halfway.
I know, I know. So
Gotta have the right sounds.
where can they get a sample of some of your beats? You be going
Uh,
live on Instagram and stuff like that. Where can they find you?
right. Of course, Instagram, Bishop on the Beats is what I go by. Excuse me. My name, of course, is John Ross. So Facebook or anything like that is be there. But Bishop on the Beats for Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Tunes, iMusic. Anywhere DistroKid puts people at, I'm there. You can stream it, I'm there.
Yes, sir.
I have about 34 tracks out there. And I'm open for input. Please listen and like and share. And if it's whack, say it's whack. If you like it, say you like it. No issues with that.
Right, because we're always evolving and bettering ourselves, anyways.
Exactly. Always trying to grow.
Yeah, yeah. So y'all check out Bishop on the Beats on all streaming platforms. We're gonna say that, and social media. Bishop on the Beats on Instagram, John Ross on Facebook. Y'all check them out. Check them out. Yeah,
Bishop
no.
on the Beats, Kingdom Keys Entertainment.
There you go. Y'all see it right there in the headline of the under his name.
Yes,
So
indeed.
yeah. So we have made it through the episode and everything, and we are going to go ahead. Y'all remember getting those comments. Y'all, we got the monthly drawing that we've been doing once a month. We're in July right now, so y'all getting those comments. Let us know what y'all think about the topics that we are talking about. Last week we had a winner. The winner was Miss Camilla McGuire. Um, Yes, because we're not just about inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. We're all about giving. Also, if I can bless somebody, I'm gonna try and do it myself. So, y'all remember getting those comments. That is the way that you enter into the drawing. There's nothing special, but you just comment and be a part of the broadcast. Okay. All right, so we are going to see y'all next week, same time. Next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central. We got special guest from California, and I'm excited for that episode. So y'all tune in, YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Tune in 9 p.m. Central Time. All right, y'all have a wonderful night, and we are out of here. A little motivation.